Chosen one, if you're watching this video now, it's not by chance. There's a divine purpose behind this encounter. You've been selected to receive a message that will transform your financial life forever. The universe is conspiring in your favor at this very moment, and prosperity is already flowing toward you with a force you never imagined. There's a reason why you've suffered, why you've faced financial difficulties, why you felt that everything was blocked. It was your time of preparation, of refinement. Now, the moment has arrived. The financial turning point you've been waiting for is happening now. You're being positioned to receive an abundant flow of prosperity, but with this flow comes a sacred responsibility, that of being a worthy steward of these blessings. Before we move forward on this transformative journey, I ask you to do 3 things that will amplify the energy of this message. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving these powerful revelations, leave your like so other chosen ones can find this message, and comment below with the word abundance to declare that you're ready to receive this flow of prosperity. Let's begin this journey that will change your life forever. Chosen one, in this solemn moment, a truth needs to be revealed to you. The universe has been calling your name in whispers, but now that call has transformed into a shout that can no longer be ignored. You've been selected for a greater purpose, a divine design that transcends everything you've ever imagined for your financial life. If you're watching this video today, it's not by coincidence or chance. It's because the exact moment has arrived when you must awaken to the call of prosperity that has always been destined for you. The doors that were closed are now opening, the barriers that were holding you back are being knocked down, and the divine flow of abundance is finally being released in your direction. You feel it, don't you? That restlessness inside you, that certainty that you were made for more, that inner voice that never quieted even in the most difficult moments. That is the divine call to prosperity speaking directly to your spirit. For years, perhaps you've struggled, faced scarcity, seen others prosper while you remained in the same place. These struggles weren't in vain. Each obstacle, each rejection, each closed door was just preparation for this moment. The universe was testing your persistence, refining your character, preparing you to be a worthy vessel for the abundance that now flows in your direction. The call to prosperity isn't just about money or material possessions. It's about a state of being, a vibrational energy that attracts to you everything you need and desire. It's about living in the certainty that scarcity is no longer part of your reality. From today on, you breathe abundance. You walk in the certainty that your needs will not only be met, but exceeded. This divine call to prosperity requires a fundamental change in how you see yourself. You are no longer that person who struggles to survive. You are a chosen one, a being destined to prosper, to manifest wealth, to live in the fullness of what was promised to you. Your financial limitations of the past do not define your future. What defines your future is this divine call that now resonates in every cell of your being. Imagine waking up every day with the absolute certainty that prosperity is guaranteed. Imagine making financial decisions with confidence, knowing that the flow of abundance will never cease in your life. Imagine being able to bless others because your own blessings overflow. This is not a distant dream. This is the reality for which you have been called. The divine call to prosperity also demands alignment. You need to align your thoughts, your words, and your actions with this new reality. There is no more room for thoughts of scarcity. There is no more place for words of doubt. Every thought must vibrate in abundance. Every word must declare prosperity. Every action must reflect the certainty that you have already received what was promised. In the coming days, you will begin to see signs of this call manifesting in your life. Unexpected opportunities will arise. People who can bless your financial journey will be positioned in your path. Doors that seemed forever locked will suddenly open. These are not coincidences. They are divine confirmations that you are on the right path, following the call to prosperity that has been established for you. Some around you will not understand this transformation. Some may even doubt or try to diminish this moment of revelation. Do not allow external voices to drown out the divine call that resonates within you. This call is personal. It is intimate. It is a direct connection between you and the universe. Keep your eyes fixed on the vision of abundance that has been planted in your spirit. As a chosen one, you carry a sacred responsibility. This call to prosperity is not just for your benefit, but for you to become a channel of blessings. As abundance flows to you, it must also flow through you to impact lives, to transform realities, to create a legacy that transcends generations. Now is the time to respond to this call with your whole being. Declare aloud, I accept the divine call to prosperity. I am ready to receive the flow of abundance that is mine by divine right. Scarcity is no longer part of my reality. I am prosperity. I am abundance. I am a channel of financial blessings. This is just the beginning, chosen one. The divine call to prosperity is the first step of a transformative journey that will completely redesign your financial reality. Prepare yourself, because what comes next will exceed everything you have ever dared to dream. Chosen one, what I am about to reveal to you may seem difficult to believe, but it is a truth that needs to be told. The abundance you seek so much is already in motion toward you. At this very moment, as you hear these words, invisible forces are working, conspiring, aligning to deliver to you the prosperity that has always been yours by divine right. Many believe that abundance is something distant, something that needs to be conquered with superhuman effort, something that always seems to be on the horizon but never within reach. This is a lie that has kept you trapped until now. The liberating truth is that abundance is already in motion, has already been released, is already flowing to you with an unstoppable force. The universe does not operate like the physical world we see. In the spiritual realm, what has been declared is already materialized. What has been promised is already fulfilled. The abundance you desire is not something that needs to be created. It already exists, has already been manifested, and is now simply making the journey from the spiritual realm to your physical reality. Have you already felt that inexplicable sensation that something wonderful is about to happen? That inner certainty that contradicts all external circumstances? That deep knowledge that the tide is about to turn in your favor? This is not your imagination. It is your spirit recognizing the abundance that is already in motion toward you. Imagine a package that has been sent to you. It has already left the sender, is already on its way, already has your name and address. It is no longer a question of if you will receive it, but simply when. So is abundance in your life. It is no longer a question of if you will prosper, but just when this prosperity will manifest tangibly in your reality. The evidence of this abundance in motion is already around you, if you have eyes to see. That sudden idea that came to your mind, that seemingly casual encounter with someone who mentioned an opportunity, that information that came to you at the exact moment, all are signs of abundance that is already in motion toward you. Many remain blocked because they continue looking at current circumstances, at bills to pay, at accumulated debts, at the apparent scarcity that surrounds them. But the chosen one, the one who truly understands the spiritual laws of prosperity, knows that they must look beyond what is visible. Abundance is already on its way, even if your physical eyes cannot yet see it. Have you noticed how some people seem to attract money with ease? How opportunities fall into their lap? How prosperity seems to pursue them? It's not luck, it's not privilege, it's not chance. It's because they've understood this fundamental truth. Abundance is already in motion for those who position themselves to receive it. And how do you position yourself to receive this abundance that is already in motion? First, you must recognize and declare this truth. Prosperity is already flowing to me. Abundance has already been released in my direction. Financial success is already mine by divine right. These are not just pretty words. They are powerful declarations that open channels for abundance already in motion to reach you without impediments. Second, you must live as if abundance has already arrived. No, this does not mean spending money that you don't yet physically have. It means adopting the mindset, the posture, the vibration of someone who lives in abundance. It means making financial decisions with confidence, not with fear. It means sowing generously, knowing that the harvest is inevitable. It means walking, talking, and thinking like someone who already knows that prosperity is their reality. Third, you need to remove any internal blockage that might be impeding this flow of abundance. Limiting beliefs about money, financial traumas from the past, guilt related to wealth, all of these are obstacles in the path of abundance that is already flowing to you. Free yourself from them right now. Declare that they no longer have power over you, that the flow of prosperity is stronger than any blockage. The abundance that is already in motion toward you is not just money. It's financial peace. It's freedom to make choices. It's power to bless others. It's the ability to create a legacy. It's living without the constant worry about how to pay bills. It's the feeling of knowing that your needs will not only be met, but abundantly exceeded. And remember, the time of scarcity is over. The days of almost there are finished. The period of one day I'll make it has come to an end. From today on, you live in the certainty that abundance is already in motion, has already been released, and is coming to you with full force. Take a deep breath and feel this truth resonate within you. Prosperity is flowing in your direction, chosen one. It cannot be stopped, cannot be denied, cannot be delayed. Your only job now is to open your arms and heart to receive it, knowing that you are worthy, you are deserving. You have been chosen to live in the fullness of abundance that is already on its way. Chosen one, there are financial portals around you that remained closed until this moment. Portals of abundance, portals of opportunity, portals of multiplication that once opened will allow prosperity to flood your life with a force you have never experienced before. Today is the day when these portals will be unlocked for you. Just as there are physical laws that govern our world, there are spiritual laws that govern the flow of prosperity. The universe is filled with portals, connection points between the spiritual realm of infinite abundance and your material reality. These portals have always been there, waiting to be activated by your awakened consciousness, by your unwavering faith, by your decision to receive what already belongs to you. Why have these portals remained closed to so many? Why do some spend their entire lives living below their financial potential? The answer is simple, yet powerful. They never learned the spiritual keys that unlock these portals of abundance. These keys are not secrets reserved for a privileged few. They are available to all who are ready to receive them. And today, you will receive these keys. The first key to unlocking the financial portals is conscious gratitude. Gratitude is not just a passing feeling. It is a spiritual force that magnetizes more of what you already have. When you express genuine gratitude for the money you already possess, even if it seems insufficient, you activate a portal that attracts more abundance to your life. From today on, begin each morning by declaring specific gratitude for every penny, every opportunity, every financial blessing that is already in your life. The second key is intentional generosity. This may seem contradictory. How can giving bring more to you? But this is an irrefutable spiritual law. What you withhold remains stagnant. What you sow multiplies. When you give with an open heart, without expectation of immediate return, you unlock a financial portal that allows abundance to flow to you in overflowing measure. Find ways to be generous today, even if it's with the little you have. The third key to unlocking the financial portals is prophetic declaration. Your words carry creative power. What you declare about your financial life today shapes your financial reality tomorrow. When you declare scarcity, you strengthen portals of limitation. When you declare abundance, you unlock portals of prosperity. From today on, watch every word that comes out of your mouth about money. Replace "I can't afford it" with "I find creative ways to finance my desires." Replace "I never have enough" with "abundance flows to me constantly." The fourth key is aligned action. Faith without works is dead. Visualization without action is just fantasy. To unlock the financial portals, you need to act in a way that aligns with the abundance you want to attract. This means making prudent financial decisions, seeking knowledge about investments, creating multiple sources of income, and eliminating waste. It means treating your current money with respect, knowing that how you manage the little determines how the universe will trust you with much. The fifth key is the elimination of limiting beliefs. Every negative thought about money, every belief that you don't deserve prosperity, every financial trauma from the past that still affects your decisions, all are locks that keep the financial portals closed to you. It's time to identify these limiting beliefs and consciously eliminate them from your mind and spirit. Declare, "I deserve prosperity. Money comes easily to me. I was born to live in abundance." The sixth key, and perhaps the most powerful, is alignment with your divine purpose. When you are operating in the purpose for which you were created, when your talents and passions are serving others, when your work is aligned with your life mission, the financial portals open naturally. The universe generously rewards those who are fulfilling their divine purpose. Ask yourself today, am I using my gifts in the way I was destined to use them? Am I creating value for others through my work? As you apply these keys in your daily life, you will begin to feel an immediate shift in your financial reality. Unexpected opportunities will arise. Profitable ideas will come to your mind. People who can elevate your prosperity will be attracted to your life. Resources that were hidden will be revealed. These are the signs that the financial portals are being unlocked. Scarcity is no longer part of your reality, chosen one. The portals of abundance are now open for you. Divine flows of prosperity are being released in your direction. There are no more obstacles, no more blockages, no more limitations. From this moment on, you walk in a realm of infinite possibilities, where abundance is not just possible, it is inevitable. Take a deep breath and feel these financial portals opening around you. Prosperity now flows freely in your direction. You are worthy. You are ready. You are the chosen one to live in the fullness of abundance that is now yours. Chosen one, now that prosperity is flowing in your direction, that the financial portals have been unlocked, we have reached a crucial moment in your journey, the moment to understand the sacred responsibility that accompanies abundance. Because it's not enough to attract prosperity, you must become a wise steward of the resources that the universe entrusts to you. There is a reason why many who achieve sudden wealth end up losing everything quickly. There is a reason why some people live in a constant cycle of gaining and losing money. They have mastered the art of attracting prosperity, but failed to develop the wisdom of a good steward. And it is about this wisdom that we need to talk now. The universe does not entrust its treasures to just anyone. True and lasting abundance is reserved for those who prove to be worthy stewards of what they receive. Every penny that flows into your life is a test, an opportunity to demonstrate that you are worthy of greater trusts. How you manage the little determines whether you will receive much. The first mark of a good steward is awareness. The good steward knows exactly where every penny of their resources is. They don't spend impulsively, don't allow money to slip through their fingers without destination and purpose. They keep records, track their financial flows, and intimately know the reality of their numbers. From today on, commit to developing this awareness about your resources. The second mark of a good steward is intentional planning. They don't allow money to determine their destiny. They determine the destiny of their money. Before the month begins, before resources arrive, they have already established a clear plan for every penny. They divide their resources wisely, ensuring there are funds for their needs, for future growth, for generosity, and for present pleasure. Without this intentional planning, abundance escapes like water through a sieve. The third mark of a good steward is consistent discipline. It's not enough to know the principles of good stewardship. You must apply them day after day, decision after decision, even when no one is watching. The good steward does not surrender to momentary impulses that compromise their financial future. They understand that small daily decisions, seemingly insignificant, determine their long-term financial trajectory. The fourth mark of a good steward is the mindset of stewardship. They understand that ultimately nothing really belongs to them. Every resource that passes through their hands is a temporary loan, a sacred trust. Money is not their master, nor their identity, nor their ultimate goal. It is merely a tool entrusted to them to create value, bless lives, and fulfill their divine purpose. This mindset frees them from greed and attachment, allowing resources to flow through them without possessing them. The fifth mark of a good steward is strategic multiplication. They are not content with preserving what they received. They continually seek ways to wisely grow their resources. They study, they learn, they invest. They create systems that generate wealth even while they sleep. They understand the power of compound interest, not just in the financial field, but in all areas of life. The multiplication mindset differentiates them from those who merely consume what they receive. The sixth mark of a good steward is the balance between present and future. They do not completely sacrifice today in the name of a tomorrow that may never come, nor do they compromise their future for momentary pleasures. They find the sacred balance, enjoying the fruits of their labor in the present while diligently sowing for future seasons. This balance brings peace to their heart and stability to their financial trajectory. The seventh mark of a good steward is planned generosity. They understand that the highest purpose of abundance is to bless lives. They don't give only when they feel emotionally moved or when something is left over. They plan their generosity with the same diligence with which they plan their investments. They set aside a portion of everything they receive to sow in fertile soil, to support meaningful causes, to elevate those who are struggling. This generosity keeps the channels of abundance open in their life. When you incorporate these marks of a good steward into your daily life, something extraordinary happens. The universe observes and responds. Greater resources are entrusted to you. More significant opportunities come to you. Your impact expands, your legacy strengthens, and the abundance that flows in your direction continuously multiplies. Understand, chosen one, the wisdom of a good steward does not limit your prosperity, it amplifies it. It doesn't diminish your pleasure, it deepens it. It doesn't restrict your freedom, it grounds it. It is the missing link that many seekers of abundance never discover, the reason why some continually prosper while others remain trapped in cycles of scarcity. Prosperity is flowing in your direction with full force. The financial portals are open. Now, with the wisdom of a good steward, you are prepared not only to receive this abundance, but to multiply it, preserve it, and use it for a greater purpose that transcends your own life. This is the responsibility and privilege of the chosen one who walks in the fullness of divine prosperity. Chosen one, you have reached a decisive moment in your prosperity journey. It is not enough to just receive the financial blessings that are flowing in your direction. Now is the time to learn the sacred art of multiplication. This is the difference between those who experience brief moments of abundance and those who build an empire of prosperity that endures for generations. Financial multiplication is not a new concept. Since ancient times, those who understood this principle transformed small resources into great fortunes. It is a spiritual law as certain as gravity. What you plant with wisdom multiplies beyond the original measure. What you cultivate with diligence grows exponentially. What you manage with vision expands to dimensions that exceed your initial dreams. Many remain trapped in the cycle of receiving and consuming. They attract prosperity, but use it entirely without thinking about future growth. The radical difference that you will now implement in your life is the multiplier mindset. One who sees each resource not just for its present value, but for its growth potential. The first principle of financial multiplication is the law of sowing. Before there is multiplication, there must be intentional sowing. The good multiplier does not consume 100% of what they receive. They consciously set aside a portion to sow in fertile soil. This is not an expense, it is an investment. It is not a loss, it is a growth strategy. When you consistently sow, you activate spiritual forces of multiplication that work in your favor, even while you sleep. The second principle is the law of patience. Multiplication does not happen overnight. There is a time between sowing and harvesting, between investment and return, between work and reward. Many give up just before the moment of manifestation, losing everything they invested. The wise multiplier understands times and seasons. They sow diligently, care patiently, and wait for the right moment for harvest, without despairing during the period of apparent inactivity. The third principle of financial multiplication is strategic diversification. The intelligent multiplier does not put all their resources in one place. They divide their investments, create multiple sources of income, explore different channels of growth. Just like a tree that expands in multiple directions, your financial resources should branch out to capture all the light and nutrition available in your environment. From today on, seek ways to diversify your prosperity flows. The fourth principle is leverage. The powerful multiplier understands that they don't need to do all the work alone. They use systems, technology, knowledge, and the talent of others to amplify their efforts. A man alone has limited potential, but a man who understands leverage can multiply his impact and returns many times over. Ask yourself, how can I use resources that already exist to multiply my prosperity without proportionally multiplying my effort? The fifth principle of financial multiplication is consistent reinvestment. When the fruits begin to appear, the disciplined multiplier does not yield to the temptation to consume everything immediately. They understand that the true explosion of growth occurs when returns are reinvested, creating a compounding effect that accelerates exponentially over time. This is the secret of the truly prosperous. They allow their money to work for them, generating more money, which generates even more money. The sixth principle is continuous innovation. The world is constantly changing, and methods that worked yesterday may become obsolete tomorrow. The successful multiplier does not settle for old formulas. They are constantly learning, adapting, innovating. They understand that true security is not in stagnation, but in the ability to evolve with the times. Stay curious, keep studying, keep experimenting with new approaches to multiplying your resources. The seventh principle of financial multiplication is transcendent purpose. The most powerful multiplication occurs when your efforts are aligned with a purpose greater than yourself. When your endeavors create genuine value for others, when your investments contribute to the greater good, when your prosperity positively impacts lives beyond your own, you activate spiritual forces of multiplication that cannot be explained by mathematical calculations alone. As you incorporate these principles into your life, you will become not just a recipient of prosperity, but a multiplier of abundance. Your resources will grow in ways that will seem miraculous to those who do not understand these spiritual laws. What begins as a small flow will transform into a mighty river of prosperity that not only meets your needs, but overflows to bless countless lives. Today is the day you change perspective, from merely managing what you receive to strategically multiplying every financial blessing. Declare with conviction, I am a divine multiplier. Everything that touches my hands multiplies. My resources grow continuously. My prosperity expands without limits. I now activate the power of multiplication in all areas of my financial life. Prosperity is flowing in your direction, chosen one. And now, with the principles of multiplication activated in your life, there are no limits to the level of abundance you will experience and share with the world. Chosen one, we have reached the final chapter of this transformative journey, but in reality, we are just at the beginning of something much greater that will transcend your own life. What we are discussing now goes beyond your personal prosperity. We are talking about the legacy of abundance that you will leave for the generations that will come after you. Many seek prosperity only to satisfy their immediate desires, to accumulate possessions, to display status symbols. But you have been called to something much deeper, much more meaningful, much more lasting. You have been chosen not just to experience abundance, but to establish a legacy of prosperity that will continue to flow and bless lives long after your earthly journey has ended. The legacy of prosperity does not refer only to the money you will leave for your children or grandchildren. It is much more comprehensive than that. It's about the values, principles, wisdom, and mindset of abundance that you will pass on. It's about the structures, systems, and foundations that you will establish. It's about the transformative impact that your financial decisions today will have on the world of tomorrow. Imagine for a moment, 100 years after you leave this world, how will your actions today be impacting lives? What seeds are you planting now that will continue to produce fruit for generations? What structures are you establishing that will withstand the test of time? These are the questions that separate those who think in terms of temporary prosperity from those who build an eternal legacy. The first pillar of your prosperity legacy is the transmission of knowledge. Money can dissipate quickly in the hands of those who have not been taught to manage it wisely. You must become not just an accumulator of wealth, but a financial educator. Openly share what you have learned about attracting, managing, and multiplying resources. Do not keep these insights as secrets, but transform them into a legacy of wisdom that will cross generations. The second pillar of your legacy is the creation of sustainable systems. The true legacy builder does not depend solely on their personal efforts. They create systems, structures, and mechanisms that will continue to generate value and abundance even in their absence. This might mean building a family business, establishing long-term investments, or creating foundations and institutions that will perpetuate your vision and values. The third pillar of your prosperity legacy is the cultivation of mindsets. The greatest barrier to abundance is not external circumstances, but internal limitations. By modeling an abundance mindset for those around you, especially for the young people in your sphere of influence, you are planting seeds that will continue to flourish for generations. Teach them to see possibilities where others see problems, to see resources where others see scarcity. The fourth pillar of your legacy is investing in people. The most valuable assets are not material, but human. When you invest in people's potential, through education, mentoring, growth opportunities, you are creating a living legacy that multiplies exponentially. Each person in whom you invest becomes a channel of blessings for countless others, creating a multiplier effect that transcends generations. The fifth pillar of your prosperity legacy is creating wealth with purpose. Purely material wealth rarely survives beyond a few generations. But wealth connected to a greater purpose, to a meaningful mission, to a positive impact on the world, this is the wealth that endures. Ask yourself, What is the greater purpose behind the prosperity that is flowing to me? How can I align my abundance with a mission that will continue beyond my life? The sixth pillar of your legacy is the establishment of generous traditions. Systematic generosity should be more than a personal practice. It should become a family value, a corporate tradition, a trademark of your legacy. Establish rituals, moments, and practices of generosity that can be passed forward, inspiring each new generation to see wealth not just as a privilege, but as a responsibility. The seventh pillar of your prosperity legacy is documenting the journey. Your transformation story, your learnings, your victories, and even your failures are an invaluable part of your legacy. Record your experiences, document the principles you discovered, openly share your trajectory. These narratives will become beacons of inspiration that will guide others long after your voice has gone silent. Understand, Chosen One, you have not been blessed with prosperity just for your personal benefit. You have been positioned at this moment in history with these resources, these skills, and this understanding for a purpose that transcends your own life. You are a crucial link in the divine chain of abundance that flows through generations. When you begin to view your prosperity through the lens of legacy, something profound changes in your daily decisions. The horizon expands, priorities adjust, investments transform. You begin to think not just of the return you'll see in months or years, but of the impact that will unfold over decades and centuries. From today on, live with legacy consciousness. Continually ask yourself, is this financial decision aligned with the legacy I wish to leave? Does this use of my resources contribute to the lasting impact I want to have on the world? Am I building something that will survive me and continue to bless future generations? Prosperity is flowing in your direction, Chosen One. And now you have the wisdom to transform it, not just into personal abundance, but into an eternal legacy of prosperity that will continue to transform lives long after your earthly journey has been completed. This is the highest calling of the Chosen One. Not just to receive, not just to manage, not just to multiply, but to leave a legacy that echoes in eternity. Chosen One, we have reached the end of this transformative journey, but in reality, this is just the beginning of your new reality. The message you received today was not by chance. The universe conspires in your favor, and these revelations came to you at the exact moment when you were ready to receive them and implement them in your life. The prosperity that now flows in your direction is just the beginning of what the universe has in store for you. The financial portals that were unlocked will remain open, allowing a continuous flow of abundance into your life. The wisdom of the good steward that you acquired will ensure that this prosperity not only remains, but continuously multiplies. And the legacy you began building today will extend for generations, impacting lives you will never know. Always remember, you were not chosen by chance. Your journey up to this point, with all its challenges and victories, was a divine preparation for this moment of transformation. The scarcity you faced in the past served only to refine your character and prepare you to wisely manage the abundance that is now your reality. From today on, you walk in a new level of financial consciousness. You are no longer a slave to money, but its divine steward. You are no longer a victim of economic circumstances, but a creator of your own financial reality. You are no longer a mere consumer of resources, but a multiplier of abundance that blesses everyone around you. This message reached you because you are ready. Your spirit recognized the truth in these words because deep in your soul, you always knew you were destined for prosperity. Now is the time to live in this truth every day, incorporating each principle, activating each key, consciously building the legacy that is your divine right. If this message touched your heart and awakened something within you, I ask you to do 3 simple things. Subscribe to our channel to continue receiving these transformative revelations. Leave your like on this video so other chosen ones can find this message, and share in the comments the word abundance to declare that you are ready to receive the flow of abundance that is already on its way. Remember, chosen one, prosperity flows in your direction, and now you have the wisdom to be a good steward of these divine resources. Your financial transformation begins today. Your legacy of abundance begins now. You are the chosen one, and nothing can stop the flow of prosperity that the universe has destined for your life.